I believe there is a tolerance for diversity in the country, but over the last few years it has changed. At one point, the younger generation was looking as though we would have forgotten race and started looking at Trinidad as Trinidadians. But due to politics, we had more polarization where people have started picking sides again.
I retired in 2013 from the last bank, which was RBC. And I experienced a certain amount of negative diversity inside there with regards to the ethnic groups. You watch the promotion and you watch the people who are escalating up the corporate ladder and you see the difference. For people with the same level of qualification.
It's the most positive thing about Trinidad. We take it elsewhere. You see how well Trinidadians do abroad. It is because we embrace diversity so we could fit into any environment and really excel.
To me, I think diversity, it is welcomed in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't see it as a problem because, you know, everyone is like mixed and we have a lot of different cultures and religions and whatnot. And I actually spoke with an imam and I learned so much about their religion, and I was like, we need to educate people more in terms of religion and whatnot. Even with Hindus and whatnot, we always like, they worship in idols, and if you really do the knowledge, you'd understand that their gods are different aspects of one god. And I think that we need to educate people more about it so that we wouldn't have that type of stereotype.
I grew up in a Hindu background. However, where I lived at the time, there was no Hindu school, so I had to go to a Roman Catholic primary school. And because of that, I am familiar with that aspect of the religion. Whenever we would get together as a family, I would always hear comments from my cousins being like, don't ever make the sign of the cross because, you know, it's not a religion, it's a Hindu. My family own a temple. And what they teach us now is that all the gods is one God. And what they're trying to do right now is to bring in a Jesus statue into the temple, which says a lot of how the time has changed. As a society, people don't generally pressure you to conform. But within a small family unit, they do. Within my family, my mom, she always says, bring home anybody you want, as long as he is Indian. My grandmother, she was dead set on any Muslim marrying into our family. And last year, my cousin, she got married Muslim. My grandmother was super happy with it.
I was driving and this man was under the influence of alcohol and in the road. So I blew him, he drifted from side to side and I, blew him to come out the road. And want a bouncy man. The man started to curse me about my race and started to talk about Indian people running things now. We're not Indian people in things now. We run things now. And it's like, he started to curse me about my end this and my end that and all kind of thing. A lady, she cursed me, she ran me, why Elaine go in Lavante and move her and stop harassing poor, what she said, coolie people. That was she telling me. She saying that, oh, I come to tax poor coolie people while I go up Lavante and ask them those questions. And it have nothing to do with race or anything like that. It's just a population count that we're doing. So it is there and I have gotten it more than once. So not everybody embracing it.
I look like a Negro and my name is Chinese. So people kind of react differently to that. It's kind of overbearing depending on the individual and their opinion of like who should look like, their ethnicity and all of that.
My father is Persian, my mother is Russian. I'm married to a Trini who is all sorts of different races, I guess, in one. I think it makes life more interesting. So I wouldn't say I've ever experienced anything negative with it outside of the US, but they have their own problems that luckily you don't have here, that I can tell.
My former job where I was employed at a Chinese grocery, and the treatment there was not nice at all. Where I'm working now, it's white owners. The manager is Indian and I have a very good relationship. They do not stand for any racist comments or anything racial. You have a complaint, it is taken up forthwith and very seriously in a very timely manner dealt with.
I get a trophy and the principal thief our next student, which was wrong. The nigga hang. Yeah. I'm here selling hard enough. I'm a father double.
I feel I go through more diversity than anybody else. From how I go watch it from my perspective now. Because I went to Aranguez Government Primary and Aranguez Junior Sec. As you could see, I is a Negro, right? Right, so most of my best friends is Indians.
Well, I went to a mixed school, but I love, I interact with all different cultures.
My mom is Indian, my father is black and Chinese mixed up, so to me, honestly, diversity in our country is very welcome because we're a multicultural system, and even though we have racist people here, we still get along with each other, fair, you know.
A person like me walking through town, I am surprised that people don't, you know, throw comments and make comments. Whereas I walk through Shogunas and people are like, Bulaman, fag, and I mean all kind of things.
I think I've had mixed experiences in regards to it. In regards to schooling, people have certain perceptions of prestige schools, especially certain all-boys prestige schools, that if you go to a certain prestige school, prestige all-boys school, that may be of a certain orientation. I don't know how that really comes about, but you know, some people on the street might just see you in a uniform and just decide to make a judgment on you just based on your uniform and start to call you a certain slur, maybe they think you're gay.